Good morning, student. So as we have seen in the last session, so we will going to continue with the same, that is unit number 3. So lastly, we have seen that is how to write the program for 8051 and related the synonyms or the prerequisites that also we have gone through a few programs related to timer interrupt, so that also we have seen in the last session. So today we are going to look for the this particular simulation related to that. So for simulation, definitely we are going to use the kill software, and let us we will go one by one. So serial port programming. So in that we have learned that key the serially we can just transfer the bit by bit or the character by character the data from one end to other. So there are two terms, that is one is transmitter and another one is the receiver. And during this particular process, which registers are going to be related or they are going to be used while in this particular the programming, so that also we have gone through. So today we are going to just look for this particular the output of these programs, because this program already in the last session we have gone through. So what today we are going to make is that this the same code we are going to implement through the kill, and just look out for the what actually it is going to be done in this particular software through kill. Okay, so I will just share the this particular kill software over here and copy this the same code, and I am going to paste in this particular the kill software. I have just opened this kill software. So I think this is the up of this particular it is got. So it is not started this particular. So what is the process to run the program, any program in the kill software? So first of all, just save this particular the program, and in that if you have to rebuild this particular to check out that what is there any error or what. So here it has given one error, that is at line number 5. So we're supposed to just check out the line number 4, 5 and 6 also to get out that the any error or syntax error is there. So if it is there at the end of 4th line or start of 6th line also it may be there, but here it has been observed that this particular character, whatever the character you want to get transferred, so it should be have the single quote. So that time again I will save and again I will check for this error, and now you can see here 0 error, 0 warning. So here the whatever this particular what is mean by this 20, what is mean by -3, so that we have gone through yesterday itself. That is the baud rate 9600. This 20 means timer 1 mode 2. Then this 40H it is stands for this particular the 8-bit and REN disabled. So REN disabled means the receiving mode is not applicable, only transmission is here, it is there. Okay, so for that this is the REN disabled. So this is one of the bit from this particular SCON register. So let us see that we have checked out the errors, and now we will start debug. Debug on, just click on the OK. Okay, so this is what the one by one we are going to send this particular the character. Now let us run the program and check out. But before that, this is we are sending serially, is it? Yes. So for that, the serial to check the serial output, one window we supposed to activate, and this through this view, and here serial window 1, serial window 2, like this. So you can just click on this serial window 1, and you will it should get appear over here. Okay, let us check out that when we will run, it should get appear. Program has been run, but does not get appear. Yes. So here, if you will click on that, so you will observe that the A, this character is continuously goes on transmitting. Got it? The delay is there, and it is a infinite loop is there. So you can just click on this particular halt here. So it will get stopped. Okay. So this is how you can transfer the character. If you want to send any string or the any length of a group of character, so the next program is also there with us. So we will get it check over there. So this is the slide what we have seen yesterday, that is for this particular the how to set the baud rate. So here is again one of the program for serial code, and here it is the to send the string. So let us copy this code particular, and just I will just copy this the remaining code also. So this code is to transfer for transmit the string. Yes, I have pasted. I will save and I will check for any error. So zero error it has shown. So now let us say check in the same manner. So debug start, then run the program. But before that, the serial window it is here. So when I will click on the run, so it is just sending the this particular group of character, that is the string it is going to be transferred, that is only once, because we have not given in the code that is an infinite loop. So you can observe here the output has came, that is sveri. So character by character it is going to be sent serially. Got it? So this is how this particular serial communication is going to be takes place. Next one, we have gone through the timer. So the main application of this particular timer is the to generate the delay. So this is what the code we have learned yesterday, that is for to generate the delay of 10 millisecond. So for that we are going to use this particular timer 0 in mode 1. So accordingly code is also written, but here how it is get implement, so that we will check over here. So for that we have to stop the debug. In the same file, I will just copy paste this particular code, then save, and I will try to compile it. So zero error, zero warning it has shown. So it has no any syntax error also. So now let us check out that how it is going to be run. So if you will run this particular program, so you will come to know that this is the actually for the delay. But for to delay, you supposed to add some extra program in this one or the extra code, so that you will come to know that how much delay it is going to be there. In this statistics, you can just observe that the how much time it is going to be running and how much time it is elapsed. So it is showing here second 3 4 5 like that. Got it? So here also you can check out the how much delay it is been produced through this particular program. It is continuously goes on running. So this is what the how we can use the timer for generating the delay. Next, how this particular count it has been calculated, so that this calculation, I hope you all of you has gone through it. So this is the calculation for 10 milliseconds. So similarly, if you want a 1 millisecond or 100 milliseconds, so accordingly, this particular dBFFH, so whatever you can see here, so that is going to be changed. So you can try for it. Next one, we have seen the interrupt program. So what is the basic concept of interrupt we have seen? So once if you apply the any interrupt, the main program goes to the subroutine. That is what the interrupt, and again after finishing the subroutine it will come back. That is what the subroutine work or this particular interrupt is going to be work. So for that we have seen here, that is the code for external interrupt, that is int0, and this small code we have seen. So how it is going to be implement, so that also we will let us check out. So I have just pasted this code over here, save, and I will debug this once again. So as the debugging, it is not shown any syntax error. So now I will start the debug process and I will run the program. But before running this program, what the logic we have used, so that we should understand, and accordingly the registers we supposed to make it on. So here, if you will see carefully, so IE, that is the interrupt that we should supposed to make it on this particular window. At the same time, P2 also we have used. So P2 means, yes, port 2. So that also you can make it here. And now if you will run, so you will come to know that how it is going to be work. So just see carefully towards this port 2. So when I click on this EX0, so why particularly EX0? Because if you will see the code JNB IE.0. So IE.0, that is nothing but the first bit of IE register. So what is this IE register? So once again, I will just open that sheet so that you will come to know that where is this particular IE register. Yes, here. So IE.0 means this EX0. Got it? That is external interrupt 0. So that is going to be activated here. So when I click on EX0, what is happening to the port 2, that you can observe. And you will observe that this becomes the all zeros. That is port 2 becomes totally blank. That is 000. And this is how it is going to be work. Once again, I will show it to you. Now all are 1. But when you click on any interrupt, so I'm supposed to run the program and then click on this. So automatically it becomes, this is the all becomes 0. Got it? So this is the applying the external interrupt and the action is been taken. This is how this particular interrupt is going to be work. So after this, we have seen that is the program for interfacing the various, we can say that the devices like switch, relay, LED or buzzer. So normally the switch is coming on a input side, and the relay or LED or buzzer that will goes on a output side. So for that we have seen this particular diagram. In that, the left hand side, it is just one switch has been connected. So directly connected to this particular P1.1, as it is a VCC. So it is active high. So when you press this particular push button or the switch, so this becomes the 0. So when it will become 0, so whatever the effect is there, so this LED should get on, off, like that. Then you can put any logic. So here some small code it has been written that you can go through it. Yesterday already we have seen, that is the. So I will stop this debugging and I will just paste this particular code. Again save and debugging. So it is giving, this is the syntax error at line number 3. So what is this particular error? So on this, it has been observed 2 instructions are written in same line. So it is not allowed. So just I will make it below. And now just check it. Once again save and checking. Yes, the error went. So this is how the small these precautions also we're supposed to take while writing the program. Okay. Now no errors are there. So I will start debugging. And I will just check out once again key which registers are been needed. So P1 and P2. So these two are required. So I will just get activated that the port 1 and port 2. And now I will if run the program. So that time you can observe that the P1.1 it is going to be made it as an interrupt. So as just a minute. Okay, the disturbance comes due to some institutional work, no issue. So we were talking about this particular, the if you will click on this particular pin P1.1, that is port 1, the first pin, and that time what it is going to do, that is it will clear P2.1. That means the port 2 pin number 1, it is going to be get clear. So just check out how it is going to be happen. And you can observe when I just make it 0, the P1.1, so P2.1, it goes on blinking 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 like this. So why it is? Because it is an infinite loop we have added, that is SJMP level 1. And due to that, this on off is going to be started over here. So I will just stop this execution. So it will be get reset when you will click on reset. Once again, check out when I click, that is making 0, P1.1. So for that, I am supposed to run the program. So that step also we don't have to forget. So you can observe that the P2.1, that pin is also going to be made on and off. Okay. So this is for this particular interfacing of this switch or LED or buzzer, all this. Got it? So this much what the next one, if you will see the same over here, that is for relay. The code is, the main code is this much only, and the remaining is the delay one. So it is also going to be work in the same manner. That is when you click on this particular P1.1, so this relay is going to be become on or off like that. So that code, it is going to be there. So you cannot directly connect the relay to this particular output because it requires the some higher current and the voltage parameters. So through the resistor, through the transistor, you're supposed to just hike this particular the current, and you're supposed to connect to this particular relay. Okay, so this is how we can write, or you can just go through that this particular coding for this all this one. The simulation in the Proteus, you can see this particular the diagram and how to do it. So in the one practical we will get conduct, and that time definitely we will just see that okay how to build this particular block diagram in Proteus, and you will get a output as we are expecting over here. So this is all about the third unit. So here the third unit is ended. So if any doubts, any queries there, so you can ask me. Otherwise, we will go for the unit number 4. You can put in the chat box also, no issue. So definitely you're supposed to just check out the once, twice this video, and you're supposed to write it down the code on paper, and step by step you're supposed to go, okay, what is happening due to this step, why this step is added, which register we have seen. So these particular registers are also very important. That is, so all, if it is possible, you can also just take this particular snapshot or the hard copy of also of this one, if you are really interested to just write the coding for this particular. Okay, so whenever you are studying for the 8051, so this all registers must be there with you only, because without that you cannot judge, or you cannot write the coding. Got it? So this is what the third unit is over. So now we will go in the same way, that is for the fourth unit. The unit name is interfacing with microcontroller. So again, the next part of this particular whatever we have seen in the third unit, that is going to be started over here, and the interfacing of various. So we will see the syllabus for this. So in this unit, we are going to interface the LCD, matrix keyboard, and let us see that how it works as a ADC DAC, the 8051. After that, the stepper motor, how you are going to interface with this 8051. And last point, that is interfacing of external memory. So that we already covered in the second unit, that is how to connect the RAM separately, ROM separately, or both at a time, and how it is going to be address the particular, the starting address, the ending address, and all that we have gone through. Which control lines are going to be used in this particular interfacing. Okay, so in today's session, we will concentrate on this particular, the LCD display, what it is, how we can interface it with this particular, the LCD display. Okay, so first let us go. Before going for that, depending on the last session, it was the quiz was constructed. So in that, the prerequisite for this particular, the fourth unit, that is what is DAC. So I hope all are knowing about this particular, the what is DAC. It is digital to analog converter. What is ADC? The opposite one, that is analog to digital converter. So then as we have seen in the third unit, that is a timer for generating the 10 millisecond delay. So here I asked for to just generate a delay for the 1 millisecond. So how we can write? The simplest code I have written for you for 1 millisecond, so that you can use anywhere in the this 8051 assembly program. The third question is the which port can be used to interface the LED. So the simple answer, don't be get confused over here. It may be having the very difficult answer and all this. So any port can be used to interface this the LED. Got it? So this is what the answer sheet you for you. So DSC means what, and the code for this particular, the 1 millisecond. So in 1 millisecond, you can observe that this is the simplest code of generating the 1 millisecond delay. You can insert anywhere, or this code is universal also, you can say, and in any program, whenever the delay comes, you can just put or this paste this particular code there. Okay, so if you need a more delay, you can call again and again the same delay, that is call delay 1, call delay 1, call delay 1, call delay 1, like that. So it is going to be at the this particular delay 1 millisecond, 2 millisecond, like that. So this is what the prerequisite is there. So now come back to the main point of this particular fourth unit. So it is LCD display. So in market, there are so many modules are available of this LCD display. So from that, we have taken here in this academics, that is the 16 by 2. So what is this 16 by 2 mean? So first thing, the 16 means 2. 2 means 2 rows in this LCD display. So if we have gone through this particular, this type of display, so 2 rows are there, and in each row, 16 characters can be accommodated. 16 characters can be accommodated. So to interface that key, which pins are there, so how many pins are there, so from that, which pin is for what function, so it has been explained in this particular slide. Okay, so what is the meaning of this particular, the pin number 1, 2, 3, ground, plus 5, minus 5, then 7 to 14, it is data communication, because whatever the character you want to just transfer to the LCD, so it has to be converted into this binary, that is 0, 1, and through this particular data lines, you can just give it, and that character is going to be display over there. So this character is one by one, all the, it is been taken as an input, and it is going to display. Not all the characters at a time, it is going to be display. Got it? So at the same time, so whether to read or to write, for that, the control lines are also there. That is pin number 4, 5, and 6. RS, R oblique W, and EN. So here this RS is for the resetting. This RW is for read oblique write bar, and this pin number 6 is for the enable. To enable this particular LCD, this must be 1, like this. So the connections, if you are really going to be done do in this particular practice physically, so this is what the pin numbers and all these connections of this particular 8051 is going to be there. So in this, you can observe that this particular, the port number 1 and port number 2, mainly it is going to be used for this particular, the what we can say, the interfacing. So in that, the port 1 is dedicated for this the data transfer, and this port 2, it is having the for control line. Got it? So this is the control line going to be used, that is P2.0 is connected to RS, that is reset. Means if you are giving 1 to the P2.0, so it will reset. Means whatever the data is there, it is going to be clear all this one particular. Like this, the particular LCD is going to be interacted. So other connections are needed. So VSS, VCC, VEE, that is what we have seen in this particular, that is ground plus 5 minus 5 in this way. So this is the actual connection diagram for this 8051. So let us see that what actually, how this the LCD is going to be configured, because there are few basic steps, 3 steps are there to configure the LCD. Whenever you are using the LCD in this particular, the physically in this particular, so in coding also you supposed to write some fixed code for this LCD. So in that, 3 steps are there. That is, the first is the initialization, second is the sending the commands, and the third one is the sending the data. Like that, 3 steps are there. So in which mode the LCD should be there? So for this, the particular one table they have provided, the manufacturer. So in that 30 means 8-bit, 1 line only it is going to use. 38 means 2 lines, means maximum 2 lines are there. So 2 lines are going to be used. So 20 H if you are giving, so only 1 line it is going to be used, but with 4-bit only. So like this, the many modes are there for this particular configuration. That is, if 0 is given, so what will happen? Display on, cursor on, means whatever this green it is there, so that is called a display. And cursor means the cursor it is blinking here, or sometimes it is on only, not blinking. There is a difference between this on, off, and blinking, so that we will get understand. Okay, so shift the entire display left, means the cursor will move to the left. 1C to the right. Move cursor left by 1 character only. So if you are providing the 10 as a data, so the cursor will goes left by 1. For 14, right by 1 character, the cursor will move towards right for 1 character only. So like this, it is going to be workable, the codes. So you can just observe here the 0, 1. If 0, 1 it is there, clear display, means whatever it is there on this particular LCD display, so it is going to be made clear. Okay. The next one, that is the first step, as I told. So it is a initialization of this particular LCD. So this initialization needs this particular the fixed commands, that is LCD underscore command in bracket 0x38. So here we have seen this one. So 8-bit 2 line. So the comments are also written in this one. 0C, that is display on, cursor off. So the backlight, the green light, it will get on, but cursor nowhere you can observe. 06, that is auto increment cursor, that is 1 by 1 character it is going to be shifted to the right. 01 means clear the display, and the 80, that is for the home position, cursor at home position, like this. So this is initialization, main commands are here, and for example it is written in this way, that is 38, and at the same time this particular the control lines, how it is going to be written the code. Second step, that is command write function. So for command write function, that is you want to give the some data to the displaying to the LCD. So that time this RS should be 0, then RW should be 0, and EN must be 1. Why it is so? So if you make reset is equal to 1, so it will not transfer the data. If RW is 1 means read, and RW 0 means it is in write mode. So you can just use this as a write mode, because you want to write the data in this particular the LCD. Okay, and enable. So enable is the it is must for getting the data transfer. So this is needed the few commands, control commands for command write function. Second step this is, and for that this is the code. Third one, that is data write, that is actual data you are going to send. So that time also rs is equal to 1, it should be get to reset once again. And this rs, it is a data register, and last time it was the command register. So in that way it is going to be by forget this particular rs. Instead of this reset, it is going to be used as a this for different meaning, that is data register, and last time it was the command register. So from that it will come to know that key the lcd it is in a second stage or third stage. For second stage it is command write, and third stage it is data write. Got it? So this is how it is going to be used. And for the actual transfer, so this you can take as a example. So this is the whole program which can be written for this particular the LCD display, and what it is going to be display. So that is used in this particular the database called Hello YouTube. So whenever you are going to run this particular program, so you will observe this particular Hello YouTube on this particular the output side. Okay, so this is on the this display only, that is LCD display it is going to be done. So in this whole program, total 3 steps are involved. The first is that is the initialization. So you can observe this the particular loading of 38, 0E, 01, and 06 up to here. And after that, the particular uh, calling the data actually. So for that, it has been used the my byte. So my byte is the definition is written over here. That is database as a hello YouTube. So character by character H, E, L, L, O, like that it is going to be transferred to this particular the LCD. Okay, so for that DPTR register is been used. That is for third step. And the second step it is going to be used when actually the character by character it is going to be used. That is over here. Set P2.0. So set means we know that key to make a bit 1. So which bit? P2.0. What is this P2.0? So for that we're supposed to just check out here. P2.0, it is getting connected to this RS. So if it is a set means 1. 1 means it is ready for transferring the data in this way. The third step. That is what the set B. Then clear P2.1 means P2.1 it has to be become 0. So what is this P2.1? P2.1 it is connected to the RW, means it is 0 means it will work in a write mode. Okay, and P2.2 the next one, that is E, it must be 1. So what it is written in the this program, set B P2.2, so it must be 1. Then a call delay, a call delay, a call delay. So this is the small program of this delay. So you can use, as I told, that is the 1 millisecond. So the same delay it is been used. So that delay you can write many times or the one time, and you just call like this: a call delay, a call delay, a call delay, in this way. And after that, when this my byte, so from that one by one these characters are going to be used over here. So how it is going to be used, that is from this the first the character goes to the A. After that it is calling DWR1. So what is this DWR1? Move P1 comma A. So H is stored here. So now it is getting transferred to P1. That is the port 1. So what is connected to the port 1? So again, you're supposed to check out here. So this is port 1, and the data it has been connected from D0 to D7 to the LCD display. So this is how it is going to be transfer the one by one character. Again, it will just increment the DPTR. Increment the DPTR means the next character it is going to be used. Okay, so this is what how the INC DPTR means the data pointer is going to be increased. That means H it will goes to E, E to L, L to L, L to O, like that. This, character by character it is going to be incremented and it is going to be displayed on this particular LCD. SJMP D1. So with that, this is the particular where it is going to be done. Where is D1? So you can observe over here. If you are able to see the cursor, D1. So it will clear A. That means once the one character is been transferred, so it has to clear the A. And again, it will goes to the next, this particular, the character. So one by one, in this same manner, it is going to be display on this particular, the LCD. So this is the what coding of this particular, how to interconnect the LCD. So more on that we can just check out when you are going to check out this the particular Proteus simulation. So the same code we have to run. The hex file will get generated. This hex file we have to insert into the 8051 in Proteus, and we have to simulate the in Proteus, and the same whatever we are talking right now, that is how it is going to be work. So that we can pictorially can check out in this particular Proteus software. So this is how it is going to be work, this particular the code, and how to interface this particular the LCD in the one practical. Definitely all these we will combine and we will just show it as a demo for you. So I hope this is the what you understand the assembly code. So those who are familiar with this, the embedded C or the C programming, so this is the code for them. So you can also go through this. The same steps are there. That is the initialization and writing the data commands, and this particular the sharing this particular the data. So this is what in C language this code is there. So this last slide is very important for all of us. That is it is given the conversion of each one in every number systems. So as we know that there are different number systems are there. So mainly as far as the 8051 is going to be concerned, so decimal, hex, ASCII are important. So for betterly, you can just take an example of A, capital A. So in ASCII, capital A, the respective transformation in hex, that is a 41. And the same if you are using the decimal, so it will be a 65. So in this way only you can just get it transferred. So in a program, either you write A or write 41H or write 65D, that is decimal. All the meaning of all these particulars is will be the same. That is, it is going to be transferred this particular the character A. Okay, so this chart you can just take a hard copy of it. It is very important for whenever you are going to be work on a coding. Okay, so I hope you all understand this particular whatever we have seen today. That is the unit number 4 and the interfacing of LCD. That is the theory part. So actually the simulation I am going to show in a practical time. Okay, so here we will stop here for today's session. We will continue in the with the next interfacing with this the particular other remaining as we have seen in this particular the syllabus. Okay, so syllabus you can just check out here. That is matrix. What is matrix, keyboard, and all this in next session we are going to learn. What is DAC, ADC? So that also as much as possible we will cover it in the next session. The stepper motor, before that it is expected you all has to go through that a concept of ADC, DAC, and a stepper motor. What is stepper motor, what is its internal construction, and how it is going to be work out, so that the simulation or this coding part is going to be become easy for us. Okay, so thank you very much for being here, and those sessions who are going to be missed by your friends, so just take that tell them these videos we are going to upload on the study material sheet, so definitely you can access through that and you will learn. And if a doubt is there, you can definitely ask. Okay. Thank you. Just I will stop the sharing here.